Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well, and thank you for joining me on this journey towards a healthier and a more vibrant you. And today, I want to talk about a roadblock that has many of us encounter that we encounter on our fitness journeys is excuses. And the title of today is Don't Fall for Excuses. But before we start it off today, we are going to talk about the sponsors that keep us going. And one of the ones is onboard101.com/Marion Trainer. And again, the slogan says it all. You must educate to participate when it comes to informing yourself about health and fitness. It is a 12-module course, and you'll gain invaluable insights, knowledge about your well-being. Trust me, it's worth every minute of your time. And our next one, and everybody needs to pay attention to this, is Identity IQ. They offer a carefully selected suite of identity and credit-related services. They integrate the power of the most advanced business information resources to inform, protect, alert, and assist in an event of identity theft or credit reporting problems. And that does happen in today's digital age. Safeguarding our identities and credit is paramount. And Identity IQ provides a world-class features to help you stay protected. And just trust and believe, it has happened to me. It can happen to anyone. Your identity is definitely something that you should protect. And our last one, well, not our last one, but the one that I'm most passionate about, and is about women. You do not have to suffer in silence. Pink Lotus. It is a haven for women where they no longer have to suffer in silence. Pink Lotus supports and provides information and fosters a community of learning to help women survive by living their healthiest life possible, balancing mind, body, and soul. It is truly inspiring to see such a supportive and empowering resource. And last but not least, we have the Marion Trainer Healthy Family Recipes ebook, filled with delicious and nutritious 30-minute meals and protein shake recipes. Eating is essential for achieving your full potential, and in this ebook, it makes healthy cooking and eating a breeze. I hope you all take note of that. You can find all of these on mariontrainer.com and click on the links. So if you are ready to get started, let's get into it. Great Saturday morning. And now we want to talk about don't fall for the excuses. All right. And that's the most thing that you hear a lot of. People say, I don't have time. I just don't like training. I don't like going to the gym. I don't like doing different exercises. I just don't have time to do it. Well, when will you have time? When you get sick? When they tell you have high blood pressure? They tell you have diabetes? Or you told you have a health issue that is going to require you to get in better shape, so to get blood flow to help your body sustain all this that's coming at you. Look, you don't need excuses to get to where you want to be. And you have to realize it is a roadblock that most people encounter. You know, and the excuses that people put up, the barriers you put up for yourself when you start saying, well, I cannot, maybe some point, maybe I'll start next month. Or maybe I'll start when wintertime comes, because then it'll have you ready for the summer. Only to know that you don't get started. Look, it's time to break free from all the excuses. You have to put yourself, as I've always said, the only way to put yourself in a position to be successful is to put yourself in position. Now, the number one excuse most people say is, I don't have time. What does that really mean, you don't have time? You have time to eat, you have time to bathe. Working out is not, and I think people have this misconception is the longer I stay in the gym, the better results I'm going to get. And that's not true. And this is the part where if you don't understand it, going to a gym because of a workout you saw, but you didn't really read the steps it takes to make these workouts more enjoyable, more effective, and you go into the gym. So now your excuse is going to start getting bigger. The excuse is going to be, I went in there and I hurt myself. I don't want to do that. Or I went in there, people were staring at me, and I felt uncomfortable. I'm here to tell you, and I have been in gyms since like 16, 18 years old. Nobody's really looking at you. Nobody's staring to see whether you're going to pick up a 5-pounder or you're going to pick up 300 pounds. Nobody cares because everybody's in there to try to get some goal that they want to achieve. So you don't have to give yourself the excuse that, well, I don't want to go to the gym because I don't want to be made to feel uncomfortable, and I know I'm not as strong, and it'll be people in there lifting more weights than me. Drop the excuses. Just drop them. And all you got to do, and the other excuse is, I'm too tired. Well, think about when you say I'm too tired. You're not too tired to do the things that you actually like. Now, I will say this right here. Starting a training regime may not be the most desirable thing that people want to do, but it's so funny that if somebody breaks up in a relationship, or somebody get to the point where somebody either body shamed them, or even in a relationship, your partner says something to you that it resonates, and now you're saying, I need to get in the gym, I need to do something. Well, sometimes those reasons might not be the best reason to get in it, because you should go there because that's what you want to do. So regular exercise, it can increase so much to your confidence, your energy. So that about being too tired, well, working out will give you energy. So you should not put that kind of stress on your brain. But remember, where the mind goes, the body will follow. If you give it the excuse, the mind will give you every reason why that excuse should be valid. And then some people say, the next excuse is, it's too hard. I just sets and reps, and it's no different than you working on a job. You may start out in the mailroom until you work yourself up to being maybe in an office, become an executive. That took time. That could not have been easy. You can put so much emphasis on other things and so less emphasis on you and what your body means to you. And let me just say this for a second here. When you start talking about, drop the excuses to try to make your life better, especially when it comes to exercise, what will happen is you will begin to have this negative cloud around you. And once you start creating this negative cloud, the excuses will get bigger, they'll get longer, and then you'll talk yourself. And truly, it is meant that where the mind goes, the body will follow. If you tell yourself, this is not for me, well, it will not be for you. Your brain will find every reason why it's not for you. And do me a favor, if any of you out there, the ones who are going to watch this, because this is going to be on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, and we'll see if we can upload this to Instagram. But I want you all to just take a careful look and find a picture of what you looked like 5 years ago. Are you better, the same, or you look different? And do you like where you are right now compared to 5 years ago? Because if you don't, look, real change takes time. And it's about progress, not perfection. Again, you don't put so much pressure on yourself to be the best person at the job, to be like great at the gym. Start somewhere. Maybe you need to just get on the treadmill 3 times a week. Do some abs, and then work your way into weights. And that's where, if you see it at the bottom of the screen, that's where onboard101.com comes /Marion Training comes in at. It will actually show you, okay, this is the best time. How are you going to burn fat? Because that's all you hear people talk about. I'm fat. I'm so fat. Look, if your body was made of majority of fat, you wouldn't be living. It is water, inflammation, some fat, and muscle. You have to work hard to try to lessen those, increase that muscle tone, because muscle will metabolize fat. Again, this is 1 pound of fat. Look at it very carefully. 1 pound of fat inside of your body. This is 1 pound of muscle. Pretty dense, but man, does this burn. This burns fat. Again, 1 pound of fat, 1 pound of muscle. Do yourself a favor. Let's just drop the excuses, because you're gonna have to take action. Action will help put you in the right frame of mind. Okay, and if you don't know what to do, find somebody who does. Find an accountability partner that can help you. Hire you a personal trainer for, say, 3 months. Maybe you can learn a routine, and then 3 months later, go back to them if you want another routine. Because there are people out there who do that. Maybe you are the type that probably does need someone. There are some gyms out here that, when you sign up, it's like a group training comes with the membership. So take advantage of all these things out there, especially where it's come from. You're trying to get in an exercise program. You're trying to be better, move up for a promotion on your job. You cannot allow yourself to be what you can't do. You cannot allow yourself to be fill yourself with so many excuses. Set a clear goal. You want to lose 5 pounds? Then read about it. If you don't want to ask anybody for help, then start reading about it. How do I lose 5 pounds? And then you put in, this is what I have going on. You got to think in this process of dropping the excuses. Don't fall for it, because your mind will talk you out of anything you tell it. But I can tell you, if you're in your 40s plus and you've done nothing, the body isn't kind. Your body is as kind to you as you are to it. Just like with nutrition, garbage in, garbage out. You eat that stuff, guess what? Your body's at home. Your body's gonna be like, oh, you know what? I don't like you. You're doing this to me, so I'm gonna do this to us. You do not want that. Trust me. You don't want to wake up one morning filled with regrets. And regrets, all that does is weigh you down, add stress to your life. And we are in fall now. Happy fall. And this is the time of year where most people get sad. Seasonal, I think it's a seasonal something where it gets dark. You wake up, you go to work, it's dark. You come home, it's dark. That is enough to make people feel a little sad, or like, I don't get to see light. But to remedy that, drop your excuses, even if you just walk for 20 minutes, on your lunch break. It's daylight, your body's getting some vitamin D, and also put the excuses down. Someone told me this a long time ago, and I do use this when I hear people giving me excuses. The excuses are tools of incompetence. Those who specialize in them very seldom, if at all, accomplish anything. So if you're going to put excuses as your roadblock, let it go. And remember, you want progress, not perfection. And just give you an example. When I first started weight training, of course you want to be at the destination. I want big muscles, I see how they look. And the thing about it is, I didn't see it until someone else said something. And that really fired me up, gave me that motivation to keep going. But what the motivation did was gave me the level of consistency. And that consistency, because motivation will wane at points, but the consistency of going and doing it, that's what it did. The consistency kept me motivated. It was just like with personal training. When I got in personal training, I had one client for 6 months. And most people would have probably quit or gave the excuse, well, people just don't want to pay. People just don't want to exercise. And I looked up a year later, I had 27 people. So, give out before you give up. You got to go for your destiny and not just be concerned about the destination. You all know how I do. Small steps towards your fitness goals, small steps towards your personal goals, your professional goals. It starts with the first step. Why not? Of course, you know me, and I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to say this until the birds keep chirping home. If not you, then who? If not now, then when? You all, check out onboard101.com/Marion Trainer. You want to get your fitness goals on time. And it's a fun 12-module course. Trust me, you will like it. But by all means, if you don't do some of the things that I've suggested, do something. Do something so you can drop the excuses and you won't have to fall for the excuses. I'm glad that you all joined me on this journey. And remember, it doesn't take a whole lot of effort to want to move, but it costs you a whole lot when you do nothing. Your body is a machine. If that machine is not maintenance, it's not looked after, it will fail you. And someone said this to me a long time ago: the worst thing about living is feeling like you're dying. Now, join me. I appreciate you. And remember, like, share. Somebody somewhere needs to hear this message. Give me that thumbs up button, that thumbs up on YouTube. Helps with the algorithm. I really appreciate it. Y'all have a great weekend. Make it the best. One step at a time. Be kind to yourself. Be good to others. Y'all take care.